Hey, it's Kerry Sullivan here with another How to Kick Ass in Sales. And today's How to Kick Ass in Sales is all about what to do when the prospect tells you, I want to think about it. Nothing is more frustrating when they say, I want to think about it, right? It just annoys the hell out of you because let's face it, as salespeople, we want them to say yes or no. Just kick them off the fence one way or another so we can move on and take things to the next level. So I used to run into this all the time. I used to have people consistently just being like, you know what, Kerry, I want to think about it. It was driving me crazy. You know, one of the things is in terms of you, if you want to seriously go out there and kick ass in sales and break sales records, you have to take 110% responsibility for everything that is coming your way, right? That's the only way you're going to really go out there and excel and totally succeed. So I was like, all right, I am going to figure this out. And what I figured out was how to really get good at asking questions and listening to people, right? So let's just use the example of, let's say, a car. Right? And I'm just going to give you an example of a bunch of questions that I would ask them. So what kind of car are you looking at? What are the reasons you're looking at that car? What are the things that you like about the current car you're driving? What do you not like about the current car that you're driving? What are the absolute must-haves that you must have in a car? What are things that are absolute no-go that you want in a car? What are the main things that you'll be using your car for? All right? Are you the person that's going to be purchasing this car? Are you going to be the main decision maker in purchasing this car? You know, questions like that, right? So when you get questions like that, you start getting a lot of ammo to figure out what's going on, right? So specifically then you can start figuring out what things are really important to them. And then you want to ask them questions of like this, you know, how is it impacting you to continue to drive in this car right now, given that it has the flat wheel that you're talking about and the crappy stereo system? Like, oh, it's driving me crazy. I walk and they'll be like, I'm going down the street and all you hear is da-dunk with that tire, and the stereo system's horrible and it just sounds like static and it's just driving me absolutely crazy. And then you go ask them a question like, how soon do you want to fix that? And they'll say, oh, yesterday, right? And be like, okay, so you know they're pretty serious about buying. What you got to do at that point is you got to show them a car that's going to meet their needs, and you got to show them specifically how it's going to solve those pain problems. Like, for instance, look at this, man. This has got flat proof tires. Listen to the stereo, and this has got a stereo. You got to listen to this, and then really putting it all around the things that are super important to them and addressing those things, making sure it's going to meet their needs, it's going to solve their problems, and give them those benefits that they are looking for. Right? So when I started doing that and really focusing in on why they wanted to get what they wanted, why it was important for them, those I want to think about it's really started to go away, along with objections. It's a proven fact that the top salespeople out there just get less objections than everybody else out there because they're better at figuring out exactly what people want and then delivering that to them in their presentation. All right, around those specific things. So that is ultimately really how I started to get rid of this. Now, it can still happen. Every once in a while, it still does happen, and that's cool. So you still got to use some things to kick them off the fence there. So what do you do there? So you can offer them, for instance, a discount, maybe an exclusive bonus if they make that decision right now. The other thing that you can do as well is feed in scarcity. Depending on what kind of product and or service they have, you want to point that out to them, that you can only service so many people. I've got a bunch of people to talk to, only if it's true. All right, and in a lot of cases it is, you know. So for instance, if you're selling a car, hey, there's only one red Ferrari on this lot right now, and I don't know if I can get another one of these for the next year, right? That might be the case. So whatever it is, use those tactics in there to give a little scarcity, make them jump with a bonus, something on those lines. And if they still say they want to think about it, say absolutely, take all the time you want to think about it, and then set up an exact time to follow up with them. Do not let them get off the hook. Be like, okay, we're going to talk tomorrow at 4 p.m. and do it like that. Set up that exact time, and then ask them if there's anything else that they need in order to make that decision and aid them with that. So that is how you handle that objection of, I want to think about it. And I'll see you on the next How to Kick Ass in Sales video, and over and out. And hey, if you got any questions, feel free to leave them below. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye.